One of the things I used to do a lot was burials. Burials! Someone has issue, someone said something you don't like, so you do a burial vid on there. After a while, I grew tired of these because I realised how fucking stupid they are. You know, you've got an issue, go and have it out with someone. Don't make a burial vid on them. I made a throwaway comment on my Raw review, and I got sent a vid today going, a vid that made me literally shake my head in the, what the fuck? Not in the, I've had some good vids done on me in my time. I've had some really, really good vids. There are a couple of people out there who know exactly where to hit on the Marc P is a fucking idiot bandwagon, right? Those vids, I will hold my head up high and say, oh yes, well done. This vid looked like it had about a minute's worth of content that he managed to stretch out into a 15-minute vid of rage, which was very, very amusing. Spaz Phoenix, right? Seriously, dude, if your vid was meant to be a comedy vid, you'd get applause. Because it was one of those vids that I'm going to spout a load of lies and look pissed off, and my subscribers go, oh, that Marc Pearson's a bad guy, I'm never watching him again. That's the impression that I got. Now listen to this. Let's start off. The passing comment was, the only person who likes in the world who likes The Miz, I've written this exactly down as I said it, yeah? The only person in the world who likes The Miz is Spaz Phoenix, and that should say everything about The Miz. Guy's a fucking idiot, and I can't stand it. That made Spaz Phoenix do a 15-minute vid. Me mentioning that the only person I know who likes The Miz is Spaz Phoenix, right? And that I can't stand The Miz, and he's a fucking idiot. Yeah? Let's just read that one to you one more time. The only person in the world who likes The Miz is Spaz Phoenix, and that should say everything about The Miz. Guy's a fucking idiot. Can't stand the guy. You think that was about you, Spaz? My God, how up yourself are you? Remember how I told you that I think you're God? So let's go through the 15 minutes worth of points. So it's been a long time since you had to do a vid. He starts off, been a long time since I had to do a vid like this. No, you didn't. You didn't have to do it. You thought to yourself, oh no, some guy on the internet's wronged me. I best do a vid about them. Could have just got on with your life, really, couldn't you, Spaz? Really could have done. Really. I'm doing this vid for you, right? You say on the vid that I'm the influence. I'm the reason why you do vids. My God, could you not find anyone better? You know, I don't make very good videos. And this is one of the things you say in the vid, I'm not prepared to bury myself at Pretty Century. I'm not prepared to diss myself. My God, I record on a camera in my dirty kitchen. I put no effort into editing, lighting, anything like that. If I wanted to be a big guy, there'd be a green screen here, there'd be a studio light here. I would use my spare bedroom in my flat as a studio. I choose not to because I don't want to. You know? But anyway, we'll come back to that in a second. So, we're going through 3 minutes of blah. 3 minutes of blah, in which case he didn't actually say anything. It's one of those, get to the point. He starts with a guy called James Edward Russell. Now, he says he sent me a message, this guy sent Spaz a message on Facebook saying, who shall watch in the YWC? And Spaz, being the ass kisser that he is, said, oh, you should check out Marc Pearson, he's really good. Don't like ass kissers. One of the reasons why I try to have nothing to do with the YWC. Full of ass kissers. You were one of them, Spaz, and you pretty much say that in your vid, don't you? Yeah, this James Edward Russell, I've forgotten his fucking username, because it's not relevant, right? Start sending me loads of messages. And he puts on my wall, I've just subscribed to the great Marc Pearson, right? And now, this is a warning for everyone, yeah? That type of message will make me go, well, this guy's scary, isn't he? Click unsubscribe, click unfriend, click go the fuck away. I play a character on my videos. A lot of people seem to think to themselves, oh yeah, that Marc Pearson's probably really cool. Yeah, come and talk to me at a show and see how fucking shy I am. Yeah, all that you see here in this box is all make-believe at the end of the day, isn't it? Which is why I can be quite condescending with people, because I'm playing a character. Marc P doesn't exist outside of that door. Guaranteed. I guarantee this. So yeah, because I don't like some guy who comes on to me and says, if Jesus wept, have you seen one of his videos? They are so wank. So wank. The problem with the YWC in general, right, the YouTube wrestling community, right, oh God, Spaz, right, you say that, hang on, I'm getting ahead of myself here, aren't I? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man, you say that I claim that dubstep is a really good music, and I'd like to think that on all of my 200 vids, or however many, let's say for argument's sake, I've got 200 vids on this channel alone, don't think I've said I really buzz off dubstep once. Not once. My brother is a dubstep producer, right? So from time to time, I will put a dubstep tune on my channel as a look at this. This is, my baby brother made this. That's fucking incredible. It's not that I don't particularly like the music, Spaz. It's because I'm proud of my little brother and what he's achieved. Anyway, idiots, what a complete moron you are. Watch the video where I talk about the YWC like I'm better than all of them. Okay? I claim I won't rip myself. In fact, yeah, this is the thing. You claim that you're prepared to say I suck. Yeah, but apparently I won't do that. The fact that I rip myself on 99% of the vids I do, I call myself a fucking idiot where I trip over my words or something like that. This is what I'm saying to you, Spaz. All your vid is bollocks. Utter bollocks, right? Surely, this is what I'm saying to you. This is what I put on that one comment that I commented on the videos. Surely, when you click off on your camera and you play your vid back, you must, I mean, this is the thing. If you believe what you're saying, you sit and watch that video going, good point there, Spaz. Yeah, Mark P won't rip himself. And surely, back of your brain, someone's gone, yeah, Mark rips himself all the time, don't you? Yeah, I'll be alright. No one will remember that. No? Am I wrong? Am I wrong, though? Because I'm not. That's the thing, Spaz. I'm not. So far, it's 2 points rebutted and recounted out. Wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. And there's so much more to come, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so much more. So, yeah. Apparently, the YWC tell you who you're not allowed to be a fan of. Your examples are being The Miz, Jeff Hardy, right? Now, if you, the viewer, want to watch and enjoy Miz or Jeff Hardy, good for you. Well done. Well done for having your own mind. I will never tell you who you can and cannot watch. Where are these rules? Where are these YWCers that are saying you shouldn't like Miz and you shouldn't like Jeff Hardy? Because, Spaz, this is an important point. This leads into what your next point is, that I consider myself not a member of the YWC. And you are exemplifying why I'm not. Right? I don't watch a single person in the YWC anymore. There is not one member. In fact, in all my subscriptions, I think nowadays I've got 2 guys, maybe 3, who are wrestling reviewers. The rest of the guys can go fuck themselves. I am so not interested in hearing other people's opinions when the only opinion at the end of the day that matters is mine. Is it not? I don't watch my own fucking vids. They're fucking awful. Right? And also, people like your man, James Edward Russell, who come up to me, oh, Mark B, you're the fucking greatest. Fuck off. Not interested. So there's people out there telling me who I can and cannot like, so why would I want to be part of this community? There's people out there who pop up on my Facebook because they're members of the YWC and tell me who their favourite match is, who their favourite wrestler is. Do you know, these people must wake up in the morning and think to themselves, do you know what I must do today? I must tell Mark Pearson who my favourite wrestler is. I bet he'll buzz off that. What possibly makes someone think that? I would never dream of doing that to even a famous person, to a wrestler that I know, to anyone on Facebook, on fucking MSN or on Skype. What possesses people to go, I've got to go and tell this person about this. I've got to. Oh, you mentioned about The Miz. Your boy The Miz who turns up every week, yeah, and my boy The Rock. The Rock is my favourite wrestler. Right? Here's a fact for you. Isn't a YWC thing that the YWC as a whole don't fucking seem to get by the sounds of it. Yeah, this is a business. The whole point of the business is to make money. Rock makes money. Miz doesn't. Hooray! End of. Is that not the fact? Is that not a simple, straight-up fact? WrestleMania last year made money because The Rock was in the headline act. Exactly the same thing will happen this year. People will buy WrestleMania because they want to see The Rock. End of. What's Miz doing at WrestleMania this year? Fuck all. What did he do last year? Fuck all. Irrelevant. Miz is shit. End of. As a babyface, he's even worse. I approve of Miz's work. He has improved so much over the years. So much. Now, he is a bland, boring babyface who is ripping off Ric Flair and not doing anything with it. And puts on the worst figure 4 since me, to be honest. And I do him pretty damn nicely, I've got to say. So yeah. I'm not a member of the YWC. That is a straight up fact. And you can say, oh, think that comes true. Think about it. I don't have any interaction with the YWC. I don't make any, who do I watch? There's no one. I'm not even subscribed to Truth Slayer anymore. Literally, there is no one in the YWC that I watch. So I'm not a part of that community. Countered. You say that I mock an entire country because of their awful grammar. Now, this isn't one of those things. You say in nearly every vid. This is the point, Spaz. That's a lie, isn't it? You've watched your video at the end and gone, no, I'm pretty certain Mark doesn't say that. Meh, be alright. Go back and find the last time I mentioned it, please. There you go. When you've done that, you can counteract to that point. The last time I said it, because you said nearly every bit. But I'm watching WrestleMania 19 at the moment, and The Rock says I could care less about Stone Cold Steve Austin. So I'm going to mention it on my WrestleMania 19 review, just for you, Spaz. Because you know you still love me. You've blocked me because I made one comment. Says the world about you, Spaz. Says the world, because I made one comment on one of your shit videos, and one comment in passing, which isn't even mocking you, but yeah, whatever. You're that... Oh, there's an American one for you. See, there's one for you. You're so butthurt by the fact that I made one passing reference where you got the wrong idea of the stick. Oh, don't you love it? I bash wrestling because I'm a sheep. I don't know what that means. I bash this week's Raw. I say that there was one good thing on Raw and then say the show was shit. Because it was fucking so hard to watch. The last hour of Raw this week was so bad. So bad. You are Super Marc, who can't seem to see any flaws in WWE whatsoever, think it's the greatest thing since the proverbial sliced bread, so you say it's a good show. When everyone else on the planet says it's not, and that makes me a sheep, does it? If I don't have anything to do with anyone else, don't recognise anyone else's opinions at all, don't watch anyone else's opinions on Raw, WrestleMania, SmackDown, anything, I formulate my own opinions on my own. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? I mean, you say that I'm famous. Oh, it just keeps going on and on. This, Spaz, is the bit of your video that I have the biggest issue with because you talk so much crap. I mean, so many lies. One after one after one after one. And then you come away from it and go, ha, I'm right. And you watch your vid back and go, yes, Spaz, you were fucking awesome there. Well, here's Marc P, the truth bringer, to bring you a nugget of truth. So, Wrestling 101 is a running joke. I said it 4 years ago, never explained on it and just left it at that. People have picked up on it and people like to hear me mention it in vids. I've set a challenge to my subscribers, to anyone. If you can find every single time since 2009 when I had my last channel, where I've mentioned Wrestling 101, I will do you a video where I explain, every single term. And the thing is, I've been into wrestling for years. I now know the business pretty much inside out because I fucking work in it. Yeah? There's no very few things that I can't really tell you about wrestling, isn't there? So, for example, a Wrestling 101 is a triple threat match, should have 2 heels, 1 face, so that when the face overcomes the heels, it looks more heroic. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Wrestling 101. You know, so many things like that. You have issue with me saying Wrestling 101. You say, look, here's some more lies. You say I'm famous for my Q&As, which is true. The one that started me off is my Q&As. I'm not going to dispute that one. The thing is, you say that I rip on nearly everyone who sent me a question. Do I? Again, please go back and watch my Q&As, Spaz. Please do so. Find me some truth in what you're saying. Come back to me, right? Because that's utter shit. Utter shit. I'm famous for my burials. And I'm doing this this is the first burial vid I've done in a year? Since the one on the coal bars? Was that 2 years ago? You know? I'm thinking that I'm better than everyone. I said I fell on hard times and have to sell some DVDs. And, who the fuck am I for doing that? Now, Spaz, what you're talking about is when I said that Spinnernet shouldn't beg for money, should not make videos begging for money. He's got so many DVDs, why doesn't he go and sell the DVDs? I said in the video, if I had hard times, that's what I'd do. You say, who gives a fuck about you talking about that? Yeah? Who the fuck gives a fuck about you? The whole point, the whole thing here is that surely if I'm talking anything I talk about in a vid, yeah, surely you rambling on for 40 minutes about how good Raw was, isn't it exactly the same point? Isn't it exactly the same? No? Oh, mate, I'm right again. And if I'm condescending and talk down to people, again, what you're seeing in this little box here, in this room, is Marc P playing a character. You come up to me, you find one person who's come up to me at a show and I've spoken down to. Alright, Marc P, character. It's Marc Pearson with the volume turned up to 50. Alright? Marc P thinks his vids are fucking awesome. Marc Pearson, guy behind the camera, doesn't. At all. It's all bollocks. It's all fiction. So I'm allowed to talk down to people. It's that simple. If I'm playing a character who's cocky and egotistical, I talk down to people because I'm cocky and egotistical. Fuck me, Spaz. Are you that thick that you can't get that one through you. Wow. I mean, seriously, that is clutching at straws. I've got this issue with a guy because he mentioned me in passing in a video, so now I've got to try and make up 15 minutes of content. Is it not? Again, come back to that one if you can. And then, Spaz, after that bunch of lies, you come out with the biggest lie I think you've probably ever sold in your life, which is that I bum British wrestling. And what you see, the thing is, I'm proud to admit that ding, 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 ding. I love me some Brit Rest. Brit Rest is my passion, right? It's just right. I've got to ask, Spaz Phoenix, man to man now, where did I say on a video that I like Robbie T because he's British? Where did I say on a video that I like Magnus because he's British? I mean, Jesus Christ, seriously on this one, you say William Regal, who hasn't been relevant for a decade. When have I talked about Regal? Did you mention anyone else? No, it's just those three. So, let me get this right. Because I support British wrestling, and I do mean that genuinely as supportive, I, therefore, when a British wrestler comes out, I want them to win. Despite the fact that Rob Terry has no talent at all, despite that Magnus, although he's improved a lot over the years, still isn't a favourite of mine, and as you put, Regal hasn't been relevant in any way for a decade, but is a great commentator. So because of that, because I love BritRest, you must think, because I've never said it, you just automatically put two and two together and feel that because they're British, I root for them. Now, if that's true, seriously, Spaz, this is the one. If you believe that's true, then you are a complete and utter idiot. Please go back through my videos and find evidence. If I've said it, I'll hold my hands up, I'll do your response, I'll hold my hands up and say, yep, I was wrong. I was completely and utterly wrong. But you won't find it because I've never said it, which means that you're an idiot. You've got this one little issue and you're trying to think of everything you can think of to bash me about it. Thing is, you make yourself look stupid in doing so. Completely stupid. You know? I mean, why say that? I love British wrestling. I love it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. But goddamn, I don't come on here and bum it. I don't come on here and sit and big it up for just because I know some of the wrestlers. Do you know why I do it? And do you know why I do this, Spaz? I talk about British wrestling so often for two reasons, right? The first one is nice and simple. There's so many people, these sheep, as you call them, who bash WWE, who bash TNA. I want to promote that there's an alternative out there. So there's Ring of Honor and Chikara and PWG, for example, and Dragon Gate USA in America. I don't know what there is in Canada. I'm sorry about that. Over here in Britain, we have got a thriving and growing British independent scene. PCW and Future Shock, Rev Pro and Progress, GPW and Great Bear, who I work for. You know, and this is the point in saying, you mentioned drunk punk wrestling in front of 25 fans. Yeah, try again, Spaz. Once again, last show had over 100 in there, and we had a fucking good time. It was a really good show, and I am honoured. I'm so proud to work for them. If you'd have told me when I was a teenager and I was doing impressions of Jim Ross while we were fucking playing on No Mercy on the N64, we'd be commentating on the match more than actually playing. When I used to do UBW and I used to be Sir Arthur Hayes, I used to love doing the commentary a billion more times than doing the matches. And you're mocking me because I'm doing something I love, and I got into a business that you could never dream of getting into. Try that one on for size. You do something. If you love wrestling so much, get into it. That's a challenge for you. Get into it in some way, in some capacity. I love wrestling. I wanted to do something in the business. I got offered a chance and I fucking ran with it. That's an issue to you. That must bother you. You think I think I'm someone because I've got some posters. No. This is our next show. That's free advertising. Lots of people will see that. If one person goes, hey Mark, what's that Thunderbrawl show? Who then comes to the show, that's one person who's gone, yeah. And the thing is, there's a lot of people who have been to shows, for example, this weekend just gone because I said so. Because I've gone, you need to go to the show, and they've gone and they fucking loved it. And I've got the messages on Facebook to say so. What, because I'm a bad person because I promote British wrestling? Are we done yet? Because I really can't be arsed with this anymore. Let's do this. Okay, it goes like this, right? Let's bring this one down to tax, right? Because I put one comment on a vid, which was an honest opinion, because I made a throwaway comment about you on a video that if you listen to it, wasn't even directed about you, was it? You have blocked me on YouTube, yeah? and you felt the need to do a 15-minute video full of lies. Now, what does that say about you, Spaz? Because it is full of lies. Yeah? If you must do a video about me, if anyone out there wants to do a video on me, make sure you're telling the truth. Because I will come out, and I will come out swinging, and I will debunk every single point you make, which is what I've just done. Spaz Phoenix, never liked you. From the moment that I first met you, I thought, this guy's an ass kisser. Became friends with him on Facebook, and he kept advertising his videos on my channel, and that bugged the fuck out of me, because it's like, I'm not going to watch it. Didn't watch it last week, because I thought it was you, because the ones I've had watched of yours aren't very good. Your vids are not very good. Your content is crap, right? They're too, I mean, this is rich coming from me, I know, but they're too long. The fact is, you, in your vids, my vids are long because I've got a lot to say. Your vids, you make a point, right? And then they make a point again. And then sometimes you make the point a third time. What's the point? You even said so on your vid to me. You even said you do it. Why do it? Why don't you just, here's an idea. Just stop doing it. It might make your vids improve. You know? It's nice and simple. A lot of people watch my vids. You know, 2,500 views so far this month. It's probably closer to 2,700 now. In what, 10 days? 4 vids. You know, people like to see what I do. Clearly don't like to see what you do. Isn't that strange? Last but not least, you know, you mentioned all this stuff about, you know, why would I waste my time with you? Well, here's the fact. Here's the simple fact. I'm going to leave it on this one. I watched one vid. You commented on my vid. You put you'd like to see a lockdown review. I think it was. I thought, I haven't watched one of Spaz's videos for ages. Let's have a look. Clicked on it. Watched 5 minutes of one of your vids and thought, this is shit. And turned it off. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for talking to so long about nothing. I'll be going to watch Lockdown right now. I'm literally going to go in there and watch Lockdown. Excuse me, so I'll do a review later on. Nice and simple. I've been Marc P. Spaz Phoenix is a fucking idiot. It's Spaz. Seriously, respond to this vid. I actually dare. Counter my points. Try. Remember, what did you say? The first of my vids that you watched was a burial of mine, yeah? You've seen what I can do to people, and this was me being nice. Take it easy.